In 2021, Chris was dumped by his long-term girlfriend. After some time, he decided to try dating again, but he wasn't confident with asking women out. Online dating was new to him, but with friends who'd had success on apps, he gave it a try. After months on Tinder, though he'd only had one short, awkward date, leaving him frustrated and ready to quit. Then he matched with Tracy, a beautiful girl who seemed way out of his league. Chris even suspected it might be a prank, but he was intrigued and kept talking to her. After a few days of chatting, they arranged to meet at a park. Chris felt nervous, but excited when he saw Tracy in person. She was real. They talked for hours, enjoying great chemistry. As the evening wore on, they decided to take a walk on a lakeside trail, even though it was getting dark. Chris felt strangely at ease with Tracy and was enjoying himself for the first time since his breakup. But as they were walking back toward the parking lot, things took a strange turn. Chris noticed a man standing in the path, staring at them. He tried to brush it off, but as they got closer, the figure remained still, just watching. Tracy also noticed, and they both became uneasy. She called out, asking if he needed anything, but he didn't respond. Chris suggested they keep moving quietly, but when they were only about 10 feet away, the man pulled a hunting knife from behind his back and demanded they turn around with their hands up. Chris was terrified. In the heat of the moment, he even wondered if Tracy was somehow in on this. But before he could react, Tracy lunged at the man, knocking him to the ground and yelling for Chris to run. Chris stood in shock for a second before finally running. Tracy quickly got up and caught up to him, with the man now chasing them. They sprinted down a shortcut toward the parking lot, dove into Tracy's car, and sped away. As they drove off, Chris looked back to see the man standing in the lot, still watching them. When they were safely away, they called the police, who arrived to find the man gone. Despite the terrifying ordeal, Chris and Tracy ended the night with a late dinner, bonding over their experience. The brush with danger somehow brought them closer. Fast forward 2 years, and Chris and Tracy are now engaged. When people ask how they met, they always laugh about telling the story of how they met on Tinder and almost got killed on their first date.